There's a very unfortunate assumption that you are making as the media, that we are sitting on our laurels, we are sitting on toilets that are not suitable and are not doing anything. And I just say, dispel that myth. And maybe Angela is right to say, how frequent do we? So there's an assumption that we do look at the sanitations, we do monitor, that we do have a plan. So the assumption that we're sitting on gaping toilets and not doing anything is just very unfortunate because it's not true. So the report will tell you how far we've started, where we come from, and how far we are, and what were the future plans moving forward. Because if you say, by 2025, I would have eradicated all pit toilets, it means by 2018, you will not have eradicated all of them. But it means you have a plan, right? So it doesn't mean that, because we had said by 2018, these are the targets. So it means we have a plan which is informed by our budgets, it's informed by our other priorities, and then we are moving slowly towards it. But these tragedies are forcing us to say, let's review our plans, and therefore let's prioritize this one. So it's not reactive. We have a plan, we'll share it with you, it's in the media, but we had agreed with him. I said to him, I know these young people that are going to come, they're going to assume that I'm sitting pretty and not doing anything about what is my work.
I think it's a national embarrassment. It happens not only for national, but also at our own provinces. And then we know that it's one thing that makes everybody forget what education does and focus on something like that. But indeed, we have to make sure that the children who go to our schools are actually safe and they can feel safe. And I think this is a very important thing. So we have actually agreed that, firstly, that we'll set up a team of HODs, our own HODs, working with the DG at national level. And their role is to go and audit correctly what still needs to be done and what still needs to be done, what still is not done. The most important thing is that there are processes or there are infrastructures or toilets that have been built that are new. But the mistake may have been that we have not demolished the old ones. So we need to be able to refocus on that, so that now when we actually build new toilets, we actually demolish the old ones. We have agreed that the resources that are being used, things like ASIDI, for an example, conditional grants, education infrastructure grant, we have agreed with National to say you can actually come with a percentage that says a percentage of our money that we are going to give to provinces. X amount must actually be used to prioritize, this important activity. And therefore, we look at our own budget ourselves and say, instead of building a new hall, why can't we use those resources to actually do away with this danger in our communities and in our schools? So we think that those small inputs would actually demonstrate that we are in one with the National Department of Basic Education to ensure that this thing never happens. And I'm sure that all of us, the heads of infrastructure were here. They got the message very clear that from now onwards, sanitation is a priority.